Hey everyone, Daniel here. So normally I would start off my videos with an update on the progress our game has been making, and don't you worry, we're going to get to that. However, this month in particular, quite a few other events have taken place that I would like to share with you guys. In case you haven't noticed, I am not in my apartment right now. I am in a little hotel in San Francisco, and it is a very good time to be in a little hotel in San Francisco because right now GDC is happening. And you may be asking, Daniel, what is this GDC of which you speak? Well, let me tell you what GDC is. The Game Developers Convention, or GDC, is an annual event held at the Moscone Center in San Francisco. It's an event for people in the games industry, and I have some images here and clips of the events that took place while I was there. So, here I am in San Francisco on the Golden Gate Bridge with a wonderful view of fog. And I'm running here with my new friend, Kunal. I met Kunal on the play flight. He's a really cool guy. So, the reason I'm running is because a bunch of the GDC guys decided to go for a run this morning. So, we're taking a short break for a moment on the other side of the bridge. And the fog's starting to clear up a little bit, so I want to show you what I can see. If I can figure out how to turn the camera around. Where are you? Oh, I guess I have to stop it. So there's another race going on at the same time as we are, but it's on the other side of the bridge. And if you've seen Rise of the Planet of the Apes, this is the same place where all the monkeys go crazy and run across the bridge and like throw cars and stuff. So hopefully none of that happens today. So, I am in the North Hall right now of the Moscone Center in San Francisco, and this is where, excuse me, and this is where GDC is being held this year. Currently, I'm going down an escalator to the expo floor, and when I get down there, I'll show you exactly what GDC is all about. We have tons and tons of people from the games industry here that I get to talk to and shake hands with. And the one of the reasons I'm here is because I volunteered as a CA, which means I get this wonderful orange shirt, and I get to walk around and answer questions and let people, or not let people, into sessions. So behind me here is where we go get food back there, and if I were to turn around, you can see the expo hall, and that goes on for a very long ways, and there's tons of games and other things that we can play with, including the PlayStation's new virtual reality headset, which is somewhere in there that I will have to find. Now, the expo floor is mainly for just showing off games and new game design stuff, but the real meat of this conference is the sessions that we get to go to, which are auditoriums filled with people wanting to learn about techie things or design things or art things, and there's stuff for everyone, so it's a really awesome experience.
We're on site. Omega, let's move.
It has been such an incredible week for me. I got to meet so many of my heroes from the industry, and I learned a ton, and as a volunteer I was able to connect with other volunteers who will eventually be my bosses or my colleagues, which is a really exciting thing to get to meet them like this. So all in all, it was just an incredible experience, and I can't wait to come back next year. So at this point, I guess I'll go back home and I'll rejoin my final project team, and then I'll get to showing you guys all the awesome stuff we've been working on. And we're back. So now that I'm back here in Florida, I can show you the progress that we've made on our game. Are you ready? Alright, so this is our alpha build of the game, and we have made a lot of progress since you last saw it. That was our new lobby with names, by the way, and you don't have to type in IP addresses anymore. You can just click join, and if a server is there, it'll find it. You don't have to worry about any of that complicated networking stuff anymore. So you're welcome. Right, we have other benders in now. Last time I showed it, we just had the earthbenders, and there was no animations, there was no particles, there was no sky or ground. So yeah, a lot of stuff is in here right now. Where to start? Okay, well, I guess since we're a firebender, I'll start talking about that. And then we got knocked out. Perfect. So, the firebender is the fastest of the bending types. We wanted to make each roll feel different, but purposeful. So, to do that, we tried to give each of them things that make them unique, but then also balance those unique things between each other. So the firebender has the fastest shot and the fastest charge, but their attacks aren't as strong as the others. Their block is, you can right-click to bring a block up, like the waterbender did there, but for the fire guy, his block is indefinite. You can hold it for as long as you want and it'll stay there. However, the blocks have a durability, so if they get hit enough, they will go away. So you can't hold it forever if people keep shooting at you. Now, the unfortunate thing, though, for the firebender is while you're blocking, you can't move. So there's the trade-off there. The dodge, which, okay, I guess you tried right there. When you dodge, you bring up this smoke screen. And the reason for that is so that when firebender dodges, there's a split second where the other team won't know where you're going because you're hidden behind that smoke screen. We're actually going to make it a bit bigger and more darker so that it's a bit harder to tell right now. Okay, Earthbender, let's see. You saw the Earthbender in last month's build. However, we have made some changes to it. They can bring up 2 blocks now, and those blocks are stationary, and you can move behind them and stuff. So if he brings up, there we go. So you see he can leave it up, and it'll stay up for a little bit, but eventually it'll go away. The Earthbender has the slowest charge, but the most powerful shot. So if you get a full charge shot and you land it on someone, it's almost for sure that you're going to knock them out, or at least push them all the way back to the edge. They'd probably have to be like up at the front edge for them not to be knocked back off. There's nothing that special about the Earthbender's dodge, so there. Right, so if you look up at the top, we have a HUD now. We originally didn't want to have a HUD because we wanted the design to be kind of minimalistic. We didn't want there to be a lot interfering with you and the controller and then the gameplay. But we got a lot of complaints from feedback about, like, I don't understand this, and I don't understand how many dodges I have or how many blocks I have left or what my charge is. And we're like, okay. So we put it in. You're welcome. And, well, I guess if we start again, I'll be able to explain exactly what we put in there. So the lit up icons are the members of your team that are currently there. You have blue on the left, red on the right. Those percentages in the center of each of the emblems are attrition. And the way that works is that every time you get hit, your attrition goes up. And when you get hit, your knockback is based off of how high that attrition is. So it works very similar to the way it does in Super Smash Bros. So you got to watch out for that. So like the Earthbender there is at 9%, so he's going to get hit with 9% attrition, and it will go above 100% and just keep on going. The emblem in the center is you. That little halo around it is what team you're on, and then those lanterns hanging beneath it is the rounds. So who won what round? And then, of course, at the top you see the charge, dodge, and block. Oh yeah, water. Let's talk about water. Are we a water? Yes, okay, we're a water. Water. I love the water bender. So what's interesting about the water bender is that once they charge it up, it makes several projectiles that are children of each other, so that you can do this stream-like motion and actually whip it around things. So if you notice, when the water is coming at you, oftentimes it'll change direction. The other thing, the water block, eventually it's not going to be that square or rectangle, it's going to be a wave. And so the water block actually moves forward, so you can use that to gain some ground and have some protection. The other thing, the projectiles actually, if they hit each other in midair, will cancel each other. So that's another way to be defensive but offensive at the same time. You can shoot your attack too. So yeah, that is our alpha build. And we will be getting art assets pretty soon. All the art you see in here right now is placeholder. Some of it we made, which is why it looks so awful, and some of it is from previous groups that have gone through that we're allowed to use just to show things. So yeah, next time you see it, the game will look a whole lot prettier. Now, despite the amazing progress that we've made on the game and the incredible experiences that I had at GDC, this month has not just been roses. Several unfortunate things happened this month that I need to let you guys know about. So, I love my teammates. They are all awesome guys and some of the hardest workers I've ever met. And boy, did we work hard this month. This has been one of the hardest months of my life, actually. But despite all that, we failed this month. We did not receive a passing grade, even with all that you saw just a minute ago. And there were several reasons for that. Some of them were our fault, and some of them were circumstantial. But the result of it all is that we failed. And yes, that is as bad as it sounds. So what normally happens at Full Sail when you fail a month is that if you fail for grades, you get to retake that month, because each class lasts a month, up to 3 times for free. If you fail for attendance, you have to pay for it. So it's different in Final Project. In Final Project, what happens is if you fail a month, they send your whole team back to the first month, and you get a new team, and you have to make a new game, because you have to go through the entire development process. Now, despite all that, there is good news in this. The teachers I have here at Full Sail are freaking amazing. And they looked at our team and saw how hard we worked and how much progress we made. And despite the grades we received, they decided to give us a break. They're having us retake our alpha month. They're not going to send us back. They're not going to break up our team. They are giving us a whole extra month to work on our game. I couldn't have asked for a better outcome than that. I really do think that this is one of the best things that could have happened for the game. With this extra month, we are going to be able to improve the game so much, and it's really, really going to be a good thing in the long run. So I'm very thankful for it. The only downside to this is that I'm going to be down here for an extra month. Oh, boo-hoo. Who wants to leave Florida? This pushes my graduation back by a month, so now I will be graduating at the end of June. So you don't have any excuse not to come visit me now. It's in the middle of the summer. Alright, now that all that's out of the way, it's time for my media recommendations for the month. I love time travel as a concept. I think it's one of the most interesting additions that the science fiction genre has given storytellers. You really get to understand a person based on the choices they make when they already know the outcome of those choices. So, for this month, I decided to do a time travel theme. Are you ready for your brain to hurt? Awesome, here we go. First up is The Girl Who Leapt Through Time. I love this movie. It feels like a Studio Ghibli film, but for a slightly older audience. Makoto Kono is a girl in the final months of senior high. She enjoys playing baseball with her friends Kosuke and Chiaki. And one day, she stumbles upon the ability to go back in time by leaping into the air. Don't worry though, this film doesn't hit you over the head with time, science, and instead focuses on Makoto, her struggles, and her friends as they experience the final days before summer, over and over and over again. Plus, it has an amazing soundtrack, so go check it out. Steins Gate. Oh, Steins Gate. This 25 episode anime is such a trip, and I loved every second of it. Okabe is a self-proclaimed mad scientist that figures out how to send text messages back in time using his microwave. I know that concept sounds really simple, but believe me, they are able to do so much with it. It is a lot heavier than The Girl Who Leapt Through Time with all the science stuff, but they make it simple enough to still enjoy it. Steins Gate is actually the best dubbed anime I have seen, which lends itself really well to the fact that you don't see characters like Okabe in most anime. In fact, most media. I've actually never seen another character like him. He's pretty unique. I have been told that the first half of the show is kind of slow, with most of the episodes being about them experimenting with the microwave. Personally, I didn't find this to be the case, but if you do, just hang in there. The second half is a roller coaster of awesome that just keeps on going up. Before Inception, before Batman, there was Memento. This is one of Christopher Nolan's earliest works, and it is pure genius. Memento tells the story of Leonard. He has no short-term memory, so after a little while, he will forget whatever he was just doing and why he is there. All he knows is that his wife was murdered, and he is trying to find the killer. He keeps notes in the form of tattoos and pictures so that he can remember what's happened to him. The movie actually orders each scene backwards, starting from the end of the movie and then going back to the beginning, with the beginning of each scene being the ending of the scene that we will see next. We are like Leonard then, being thrust into situations without knowing how or why we got there. I felt the need to throw this in there because of its unique use of time in storytelling, despite it not actually being a time travel story. Oh, and one last time travel movie, Groundhog's Day. If you have not seen Groundhog's Day, go watch Groundhog's Day. You will not regret it. Well, that's all I have for this time. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me and watching this ridiculously long video. I look forward to hearing your comments, and I will see you all next month.